I think that was probably the true character
her face and like rubbing her. I just can't breathe at night. So I literally just clogs me up. So I'm like, I keep my distance from it.
How long did it take to make the movie?
Yeah.
For me, 9 weeks.
Wow.
In Munich in 1970.
Wow. So what do you thought when you walk into the set and see all those colors and...
Amazing. I mean, the best set. Well,
Good question, Alberto.
The pure imagination. You know the scene where we walk through the little door and then it's the big door and we all are like, oh my god. First of all, a lot of the time when they make sets right now, they do them in pieces. Like if they're going to shoot this way, they'll build that wall. You know, but they built the whole thing 360 degrees with the river, with the boat. I mean, when that shot where we're seeing the room, that was actually the reaction.
The whole room.
Wow.
They didn't show us the room. Nobody could go in the room until they were rolling. And
So
then
now thinking back,
oh my god! Wow.
now thinking back, and you
As a
walk
kid,
into the
that must
clothes and
have
everything,
been
you
so
thought that
cool.
were really candies, or?
The parts that were candies were the parts we ate.
Yeah.
The
You know,
mushroom.
like if she eats whipped cream from a mushroom,
Mushroom,
the mushroom is styrofoam and the whipped cream is whipped cream.
Yeah.
Gummy bear, she bites from a gummy bear, the ear is real and the rest of the thing is...
So now when you walk into that room afterwards, what do you thought? What you said? Like, what would you
What do you say?
go through your mind? Like,
Well, again, you saw my reaction because they shot it.
It was
That
real.
was real.
That
I
was
walked
the
in.
real
That was
shot.
the first
Now I
time I saw
gotta
it.
see the movie.
He had
No,
not
so
seen
cool.
the room before.
Until
so all this shot, like,
yes, so they actually filmed it.
right? Okay.
Yeah. And it was great. I mean, you know, there's a guy named Harper Goff. They got him from Disney. He was the art director at Disney.
Now after you're the candies, do you want to be like, after like, you know, the 3-4 days they shoot it in that scene, you eat candy and stuff?
Yeah, I had to eat gumballs actually. I got gumballs. I ran around to the tree and then grabbed the thing and then the gumballs that came out. I was eating gumballs.
So
I ate a lot of
They tell you where
marzipan.
to go then. They say you're going to eat this,
Yeah, that's staging. That's blocking.
So Paris, do you still have your real teeth?
My real teeth versus one. These are my real teeth. Yeah, my teeth are kind of snaggle teeth. They've always been so.
So were your parents there with you?
My mom and my 2 sisters. Yeah, my parents are going to divorce and my dad didn't.
Oh, okay.
But I had my mom and 2 sisters there.
2 aunts.
Huh?
Your mom and 2
And
aunts.
2 sisters. My 2 sisters.
Oh, your 2
Yeah,
sisters.
actually,
Oh,
sisters.
okay.
And they were there, the 3 of us.
How was your mother to work with?
Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sisters? Well, he could have said his mom's sisters.
Stop it.
Yeah, no, he thought I said my mom and her sisters.
Thank you.
My mom and my sisters.
That's okay.
I think like sisters, like they were black or something.
I didn't know it was
Sisters, okay?
Before you go in and you guys got in a room and start talking and this is the winner, this is the winner. Am I right? In the movie?
The audition?
And then, no. When you guys got the ticket,
Well, we got the
obviously,
ticket, yeah.
and then you guys go in it, and then
Yeah.
everybody saw each other before they go into the room, into the
Yeah,
factory.
we're outside and they have the brass band and we're walking down the street and the crowd gets us and everything. It's like
Right. So what do you thought about that? Like before you go into the room, you thought it was like, okay, you know, what was going through your mind?
See, the thing is that one room was one room, but they had a different room. Every day you walk in, there's like a room that starts out big and it gets little. You're in a room that's like these crazy psychedelic black and white patterns, and you're bumping around in there. And what's your name saying? Somebody's touching me, and you know.
Was it a priest?
Hey.
Security, the white male out of the building right
It
now.
wasn't a daughter. It wasn't a kid. It was Ursula Reed who played Mrs. Gloop. Has that.
Oh yeah, that's
Or
right.
maybe it's my mother, Dodo Denny. One of the moms.
Your mother.
Yeah, it's definitely a mother.
Your mother.
My mother, Dodo Denny. If you have any specific questions.
Just pose them to Jenny.
So now the question is like that was your first movie?
That's my first big movie. Yeah.
So when you went to the movie theaters and saw the movie, really
the
like,
Ziegfeld Theater in New
so
York.
what do you thought about it?
Right now.
I thought it came out great. I mean, I thought it was great. I thought it was going to be really popular, but it wasn't that popular. It came and it opened and it closed.
When it first, yeah.
And then they started showing it on TV for Christmas and everything.
Right, and then it became kind of a cult
Kids
classic.
get to be big kids. And it's what Keith said, because it's written for kids and adults,
Yeah.
that it
But that's the
started
staying
to
power.
jump the generations and, you know.
Here, I'm gonna give you a trivia
So it
question.
wasn't that big when it first came out.
Why is on the movie it's written out Mike TV TEEVE, but when you wrote the contract,
I'll tell you why. For
wrote
time.
TV.
The answer is for time.
Oh, okay.
There's 3 ways to spell Mike TV. In the book, it's spelled Teavee.
Okay.
The British way, TV.
Okay.
In the credits, and the way I sign, it's T-E-E-V-E-E. But on the contract, they didn't want to wait for me to write T-E-E-V-E-E. I asked Mel Stewart, I said, how do you want me to do this? And he said, T-E-E-V period.
Okay.
That's how much time, because it's on a line.
Yeah.
I saw this in a movie once. Guy signed an insurance policy.
Yeah.
Then he bumped her off.
Yeah.
And it's got to happen all on the same line.
Yeah.
So yeah, they just had me spell it that way.
How old were you when you did this movie?
11.
So were you like present in the sense of like
Present?
Well, no, like did your family handle everything? You just kind of acted, or did you know it, or after the fact, then you really were knowing everything that was going on? Like
I want to make sure I understand the question.
I didn't get that question.
Like you're an 11-year-old, you're acting, right?
Right.
So,
So
great.
I didn't know when you said present. Do you
but-
mean like am I conscious as an 11-year-old?
No.
Or was it a trip to
No, like,
Disneyland?
did you know all
You enjoying
all the
movie.
specifics and things,
Yeah, like
right?
right now you're speaking, you know so much about it. So I'm just saying, at that time when you were shooting the movie, like what was your grasp of the whole thing? You thought it was just
Okay,
cool?
well the thing is I started acting when I was 6, and I've been on Broadway for a couple of years. I understood the concept of the character and acting and
What were you in on Broadway?
Mame.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
with Ann Miller.
Yeah.
And then,
One of the
did
kids?
The Rothschilds. It's less known, but Hal Linden actually won a Tony for that. I was one of the 5 kids in that. Then I did the national tour of the Rothschilds, and when I was 8, I did one called Iphigenia and Alice. It was a Greek tragedy at Circle in the Square. So, and I'd done probably 2 dozen commercials by the time I did Willy Wonka. So, I mean, I was like a vet. I was a 5-year veteran actor by the time I did Willy Wonka. So, I understood script, character, you know, all that stuff. I mean, not the way eventually I went to NYU. I studied theater at NYU, so I really started to understand.
And how long was the filming?
For me, 9 weeks.
9 weeks?
But they probably took 6 months out there or something like that.
The girl who played Veruca Salt, she played a rich, spoiled brat, but actually in real life she was a single, her mother raised her and they were poor. And
Very sweet girl.
Yeah.
Very, very sweet girl. She was telling stories about how I guess they went to her school, they found her in the school and they had a million people just singing the song, and then they found her and then she did it. But I mean, she wasn't, me and Violet Beauregard were really the ones who were professional actors.
That's right, Joel.
Come in.
Charlie at a little theater in Shaker Heights, Ohio. Like a community theater doing that. I'm sorry. I was in New York out there. Denise was, she did Electric Company before that or after that.
Denise is Violet? Electric Company?
Charlie, not particularly.